Hello, it's Anthony here from Greenfeet. It's the 1st of February and just a good brisk cold day. I'm here today to talk to you about the condition of your lawn this time of the year. We've had a few changes this year with weather patterns. We spoke back before early mid-December about the growth going through till kind of the end of December and getting that kind of Christmas holiday clean-up cut on your lawn. But this year, in fact, the growth kept going right the way through till almost the last week in January. So if we just have a look at the condition of the lawns and just give you some tips on how to manage the lawn from here, because they are gone quite long. So we'll have a look. So if your lawn currently has gone quite long like this, you needn't worry, because there's thousands, probably hundreds of thousands like you. So don't panic too much about it. But the main emphasis here is when you go to manage the grass, that you don't just come in and decide, right, we're going to cut the lawn and just cut it right back down, you know, and get it out of the way. The main thing here is to just start off and maybe take off no more than 1/3 of the grass overall leaf. So to get this lawn here that's probably at the longest in places, maybe up to 8 inches, you want to be just kind of topping it back that you're getting it to 6 inches. Then leave it alone for maybe 3-4 days, come back in again, take another 2 inches off until you get it down in around the 2-inch height that you're requiring. But the thing is to be careful. Don't come in and just assume you're going to mow this out in one go, because if you do, I'll guarantee you, you'll fill your lawn with moss. So when we're talking about growth, we just have a small probe with us today to take the soil temperature. So what we're doing is just getting the soil reading. So we're down as low as 3 to 4 degrees here today. Whereas we spoke about January, our soil temperatures was up at 9 and 10, 11 degrees in the ground. That's why we had the grass growth. But the grass normally stops growing around 6 degrees, particularly in meadow grasses that's in most lawns. So 6 degrees the grass becomes dormant. So a lot of people wouldn't be mowing, because the natural cycle this time of the year is not to mow because you're in the winter time. So just be careful with that additional mowing that you're doing. Try do it in 3 sections rather than just doing it in one, because moss is a huge issue every day of the week with people making inquiries about moss. So that's the big thing, not to abuse the lawn, because when you go in trying to cut away too much material, you're pulling the crown of the plant, you're weakening it. There's no grass growth there to support the grass again, so the moss absolutely will take over. So when we're talking about mowing the grass and getting a handle on the lawn, a few of the key things to watch for, you know, you want a good dry day. Obviously you're not going to go out and mow the grass when it's white and frosty, so you want a nice dry sunny day when the grass is as dry as possible. And also the main factor would be to cut with a good sharp blade, and that's the key the whole way through the year, because we're doing treatments on people's lawns all over Leinster. We're finding the lawn is only going to be as good as what you do between our visits, so to cut with a sharp blade at the correct height is essential. So when we talk about severe mowing, where you're coming in and you're cutting the grass right down low, we mentioned this before, and you're trying to get away too much leaf material in one cut, you're pulling the crown down low here in the plant. You'll see the opening you have even this time of the year, because the grass is kind of dormant now. When you start pulling the crown, the moss will get right in here. But another thing to watch for is leaving the lawn too long for a long period of time. You'll get these elongated stems. So when you leave it till the spring to come mow on your lawn, you have no option, but you're going to have to mow your lawn a lot higher. But at this point, the elongated stems are gone out of hand. So the lawn will really look white and dull looking throughout the spring and into the summer. So Greenfeet are looking forward to 2019. We now have a new range of organic product. So if something you're interested in, talk to your local agent. We also have the lithium-ion range, which goes from robotic mowers right through to hedge trimmers, all lithium-ion batteries. So think green, think Greenfeet. So building on our success into new locations, we now are open in Limerick and Kilkenny, and we're expanding in other areas. We're covering all of North, South Dublin, right the way right down through Leinster and moving into Munster. So if you're interested in any of the products we've just mentioned, talk to your local representative. You can contact them on 1890 252 778 or check out greenfeet.ie.